all. Welcome. Take off any glasses and just take your inner thighs down and pull the buttocks flesh out. And so you have a sense of dissension with your thighs and a nice balance on your two buttock bones. And then just hold on to your knees today without pulling them upwards to help extend upwards through the sides of the trunk. So the outer hips to the underarms lift. And bring your dorsal spine forwards, that space right in between the shoulder blades, and reach up through the crown of your head. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. And connect with your breath. Let your breath be soft and smooth as you release yourself from your day so far and bring yourself to your practice. And with your breastbone lifting upwards, collarbones broadening away from the top of the breastbone, moving the shoulder blades forward into the back. Surrender your head into your heart, softening the skin of your face, letting loose your jaw and the well of your throat. Getting settled and connected into your heart space, acknowledging that deeper aspect of yourself. Yogena chitasya padena vacham malam sharirasya chavayechakena yopa karutam pravaram munina patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi abahu purushakaram shankha chakra sitarinam Sahasra Shisham Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Hari Om. Lift your chest upwards, bow your head to your heart. Allow this practice today to help you, to balance you out, to bring you to a state of evenness. Release your hands down to your thighs with your palms upwards. Raise your head and slowly open your eyes. Okay, and then stretch out your legs. Hi, Sharon, you made it back. Did you change rooms? Okay. Okay, so take a blanket and have another blanket nearby, have a belt nearby. Some of you might need a block, so just grab some, some blocks, another blanket, couple blankets, the belt. So turn your blanket this way. So open it one size larger than shoulder stand size. And then we're going to come into Vajrasana. So that's when the shins are together. So you're just coming onto the blanket and bring the feet and the shins together. The heels can come a little bit apart as needed, okay? And then you can just put this blanket in between your hips and your feet and sit there on that blanket. So Vajrasana, which is the thunderbolt asana. Make any adjustments on the shin skin, and some of you might feel a good stretch at the tops of the feet. Hi there. That's okay. What's your name? Did you sign up? You said, have you taken Iyengar Yoga before? Okay, come on in, join us. Yeah, just you can leave your shoes right outside there, no worries. So you might get a good stretch of the front of the ankle there. Lift up your buttocks flesh, pull it back. That's it. And move the thighs down and draw that lower abdomen up. Interlace the fingers in front of your chest, turn your palms forwards and raise your arms upward. That's it. So start to get some length from the buttocks flesh going down and the back ribs lifting up. So establish that. Buttocks flesh down, back ribs lifting. So you're getting that length on the back body. That's it. Yeah, just turn that mat sideways. Just imitate what he's doing right there, what AJ is doing in the red shirt. So take your outer upper arms in and get the shoulder blades to move in. And then bring your arms forwards and down. Bring your hands to the center of the chest. Switch the interlace and then go back up. That's it. Good. So again, connect the buttocks flesh down. Notice as soon as you do this, the lumbar spine tends to go forward, doesn't it? So lift the sides of the waist, move the buttocks flesh down and pull the side ribs up and the back ribs up. Take your outer upper arms in. That's it. And then bring your arms forwards and down. Once again, first side, reverse the interlace, turn the palms forwards. But now this time, bring your hands onto the head, move the elbows back so you get more awareness of the shoulder blades. But then again, ask yourself, is the lumbar spine going forward? You can tell because the abdomen kind of pushes forward. So move that buttocks flesh down, lift your back ribs up, maybe move your hands back a little bit. And then when you go up, maybe your arms are a little bit back behind your head, a little bit further back. So raise your arms up. Yes, that's it. Straighten those arms fully, lock those elbows in, relaxing the jaw and the tongue. Good, and then bring your arms forwards and down. Reverse the interlace once again. This time bring your hands to the top of the head. That's it. Release the buttocks flesh down, the back ribs up. Move your elbows back. Have your palms upwards. So you're like lifting your head into your knuckles. Move those elbows back. And then see if you can, when you go up, your arms are a little bit back behind your head. Buttocks flesh down. That looks good. Straighten the arms fully. That's it. Relaxing the jaw and the tongue. Good. And then bring your arms forwards and down. Good. Now lift up your hips. If you have any knee troubles, just swing your legs around. Otherwise, cross your shin bones and bring your legs forwards and release the backs of the knees fully. That's it. Good. Okay, now we're going to sit in Virasana. Okay, so whatever you need. So I was using today earlier, I just used like a tri-folded blanket. So that's all that I needed was like a tri-folded blanket to sit. Maybe you need to sit on a block. Maybe you can sit on the floor. You know, you have to kind of see. So now for this one, you do have to move the calf muscles back and then sit down on whatever support you're going to be using. And if you're sitting on a block, have a second block nearby. And we're going to do Gomukhasana arms. So have a belt over your left shoulder. Okay, so when you come onto the shin bones, adjust your calf muscles back. So let me show you, come up for a second. Come up. So this goes this way. That's it. There you go. And then you can sit. And then pull the buttocks flesh back, make any adjustments you need. Sit as low as you can without feeling discomfort to the knees and have that belt over your left shoulder. And if you're on a block, have another block behind you. So Virasana. Good. Okay, so raise this left arm way up and keep reaching it. Reach it up, reach it up. Reach that left arm way, way up. That's it. And roll the outer arm forward. So reach it, good. Now keep the arm really close and then bring the arm behind you. Bring the right arm out to the side, turn the palm, reach it out, and then bring it back and walk it up and hold on to the belt or the fingers without shortening this right side. That's it. And then tell me your name again in the white shirt. Martina? Martina. Albertina. Okay, perfect. See if you can bring your legs a little bit closer together, Albertina. There you go. So roll the right shoulder back and move the inner right shoulder blade in. Keep rolling that outer left armpit forwards. Good. Make sure that you're sitting in between your feet. Connect the buttocks flesh down. Yeah, that's it, Jill. Good. And move the dorsal spine in and then release. Put your belt on the other shoulder as needed, and then raise this right arm way up. So reach it upwards, make it longer and longer. Roll the outer arm forwards, keep reaching. Keep your arm really close to the head. Bring the arm down, bring your left arm way out to the side, reach it, turn, internally rotate it, and then bring it around without shortening that left side. And then settle back a little bit more towards the back of your buttock bones. That's it, AJ. And lift up through the left side of the trunk, roll the left shoulder back. Sharon, AJ, and Natalie are here today in the room. Isn't that nice? So roll that left shoulder back and then reach up through that right elbow. And then move the dorsal spine in. Relax your eyes, your jaw, and your tongue. Excellent. And then release. Good. Now raise your arms forwards and up and turn to the right. And you can have your right hand on that block if you're sitting on a block, or you can bring it to the floor. That's it. Turn your right fingernails backwards, turn your abdomen, turn your ribs, lift your chin. That's it. And then bring yourself forwards, bring your arms out to the sides this way, horizontally. Bring your triceps forwards, raise your arms, inhale, and then exhale, turn to the left. That's it. So keep your chin up a little bit, be balanced evenly on the two buttock bones. Get a little bit taller on that right side and turn with your left hand. And then come back to the center. Nice. Okay, and then come on up. And then again, cross your legs, otherwise swing your legs around. But as you cross your legs, of course, reverse the cross. So you're not always crossing that same way. And then release the backs of your knees. Otherwise, swing your legs around. Keep opening up the backs of the knees. Good. Now, Bharabhadrasana. So you can have any height. Again, I was just using this tri-folded blanket, but you might need to use 2 blankets, whatever you need to use. Have it under your right sitting bone and bring your legs around to the left. So bring your legs around to the left for Bharabhadrasana. If that's not good for your knees, Arena, use a chair. Sit on a chair, otherwise sit really high up if you can't do this with your knees. That's it. So make sure that the blanket or whatever props you have, it's just under your buttocks. It's not under your thigh. And make sure that you're sitting high enough that your left hip isn't higher. So Albertina, I think you could sit a little bit higher up. Have another blanket under the right sitting bone. So move this left hip down. It might be a little bit higher. Make sure that your knees are going straight forwards. Your left ankle is in the arch of your right foot. Good. Okay, and then turn, Bharabhadrasana, turn. Turn away from your feet. So you need to put more height under that right sitting bone, Albertina. So use another folded blanket or something else to get more height under that right sitting bone. So shift your body weight back towards the foot side. Doesn't it want to go to the opposite side, right? And then move that left hip down. Inhale, lift, especially on the left side of the trunk, but use your right hand, maybe on the side of the blanket if you're sitting on a blanket, or the side of a block, and turn your abdomen, turn your ribs, and then release. Good. Stretch your legs forwards and go for the other side. Oh yeah, that's fine, Arena. Good. So the props are just under the left sitting bone. Bring the legs around. That's it. Adjust the knees and then turn to the left. Turn to the left. Sit higher if you need to. So be on your blanket there. Be up on your blanket this way. And then you need another blanket under here. So keep turning. Use the back arm to turn. Maybe you can bring that right hand onto some proppage there to get more turn. So have these blankets under there, all the way up on the corner. That's the way. Yes, now turn. But lift your chin. Nice, Natalie. That's it. Turn your abdomen, turn your ribs, and then release. Go back to the first side. So stretch your legs outwards. Just take a moment to make sure the legs are straight, and then go to the other side. You can always move this calf muscle out, which just helps you kind of move towards the foot side. Make sure that there's nothing under that left hip. For the second round, raise your arms. That's much better, Albertina. Does that feel different? And then see if you can get the top of your left foot into the arch of your right foot, Albertina. The top of your left foot into the arch of your right foot. Yeah, the opposite of that. And then turn towards the right, turn, and then bring your hands down. That's it. Now, some of you, with your right hand, you can reach around and hold on to your left heel. Hold on to that left heel. That's it, and turn, and turn. If you can't reach to the heel, don't worry about that. If it's too much for the shoulder, just go back to that first position. So this foot comes into this arch. That's it, yes. And then see if you can turn this hand, bend your elbow, hold on to that heel, and then pull it back. There you go, and pull. There you go. So roll that right shoulder back. Ask yourself, is the abdomen pushing forwards? Lift up through the left side. Turn with your abdomen and your chest, and then let your head turn last. Keep that left hip descending a little bit more, Sharon, if you can, that left hip. Yeah, that's it. Go back to the foot side. Great. And now release. Stretch your legs forwards. Press the fronts of the thighs into the backs of the thighs, and then go for the other side. One last time. Have the support under the left sitting bone. If you need to, adjust this calf muscle out so there's a shifting. And then raise your arms upwards. Keep moving that right hip down. Shift towards the foot side. Turn and bring your hands down. And keep extending on this right side. And then some of you can take this left hand and you can hold on to the right heel. And you can use that, pull the right heel backwards, and you can really get more of a turn so that the whole right chest is coming as far around as the left chest. Keep inhaling, lifting, exhaling, turning, and then see if you can move your right hip down again. Bend your elbows out to the sides. Yeah, that's it. Excellent. And then release. Good. Now stretch your legs forwards. You can come off your props and just press the fronts of your thighs into the backs of the thighs. Good. Okay, now we're going to do Supta Virasana. So have your blanket here on this side of your mat. You can keep this blanket for your shin bones, and then get what you need for Supta Virasana. So we have to have the knees down and the back ribs down. So I'll show you what I was using, what I use, and then you can go from there. I used a folded blanket like this. So into a trifold. So from shoulder stand size, you go 1, 2, 3, and you have that there, and then the bolster came here. So I just sat on this, right, in Virasana, and then I went back on the bolster. Now that's going to be too low for some of you. So if that's going to be too low, you can use more of these folded blankets, and then you can build this higher. You can build this higher up. Okay, so see what you need. That's it, AJ, you got it. And if you know what you need, so just have a block under the back of the bolster there, Denise, so it won't fall back. So come up for a second, have a block. See how your bolster is slanting back? So just put a block under the back of the bolster. So come up, stand up for a second. So this folds like this into a trifold. 1, 2, 3, and then come up again, stand up, stand up. This blanket has to come all the way here. There we go. So make sure to adjust your calf muscles and pull them back. And then you sit there with your knees going forwards in Virasana. And then you can go back. Can you keep your knees together?
Yes.
There you go. Or close. They don't have to be all the way together. And then you go back. Good. So that you need to have the knees down and the back ribs down. Good. And you'll do, if you can't do it, you'll do Supta Svastikasana rather than Baddha Konasana. Yeah, Supta Svastikasana. And then you might want to put, well, I think you'll be fine because we're going to raise the arms. Yeah, that's okay. Does that feel okay? Good. Is that good, Jill? Okay, good. So once you have a good position, make sure that the fronts of your thighs are lengthening, the buttocks flesh is lengthening. How is it, Sharon? Is it okay? Can you do, okay, good. And then raise your arms upwards and hold your elbows. Raise your arms up and hold the elbows. That's it. Is it okay, Natalie? Okay, good. So lengthen the fronts of the thighs, buttocks flesh to the backs of the knees, back ribs down. That looks good, AJ. Good. Connect with your breath. Keep relaxing the sides of the neck. If you haven't stretched your quadriceps in a while, they might be screaming. So that's just a telltale sign to stretch them a little bit more often. It doesn't have to be this pose, but sometimes we focus a lot on the hamstrings and we kind of forget about the fronts of the legs, right? The quadriceps. You're lengthening the thighs forwards, not so much pushing. The buttocks flesh is lengthening. Does your lower back feel okay? Yeah, check in with your lower back, check in with your neck. Now switch the cross of your legs if you have crossed legs, and then switch the cross of your arms. And have a sense of lifting your abdomen up, away from your thighs. So we've opened up the shoulders a little bit, getting some lubrication there. And now we're opening up the groins, the front groins. Good, okay, and now bring your arms back alongside your body, press your hands down, and lead with your chest to come up, keeping your head back, and then just lift up your hips, and if you have some support under your hips, you can take it out, and then everybody just swing the legs forward, swing the legs around in one side, and really open up the backs of the knees. That's it, Yumi. Yes, really open up those knees, sit as low as you can, and press the knees down into the floor. Great. Okay, now let's do a downward dog. So move your props away from your mat there, and you guys will have your hands towards the exit. Downward facing dog. With your hands on the right side of the mat. Albertina, take your feet a little bit wider. And then think of going back. Just move the whole front of your leg into the back of the leg. Pull the outer hips back. And get longer on the sides of your trunk. Move the shoulder blades into the back, excuse me. Move the shoulder blades into the back. Connect with your breath. Good. Okay, and then come for Uttanasana. Have your feet apart, hip distance or mat distance. Take your hands out to the sides. Raise the floor if you need to with blocks, or put your hands on a wall. Straighten the legs fully, let the head go down. Good. Take your hands a little bit wider apart. See if you can straighten these legs. There you go. Okay, now bring your hands onto your hips. Reach the chest forwards and come on up. Okay, so let's see. Alberto, you can use that side wall there. And I think everybody else, just go back to the rope wall. Just go back to the rope wall and bring the short edge of your mat. Bring the short edge of your mat to the rope wall. Yep. Oh, you can't, okay. bring the short edge of your mat to the rope wall, and then you're going to take your sticky mat and put it just a little bit up the wall. Because we're going to use slanted blocks. So see how I'm putting the blocks like this? Now, for those of you here, if you have the cork blocks, they probably don't need this. But just to be on the safe side, if you have the wooden blocks, you want to have that. So see how I just have a little bit of lip. Those of you at home, you have to see. Maybe you don't need that. Maybe you do need that. Okay, and the blocks are about 45 degrees slanted. So make sure they're not too high or too low. And just do a good test. And then we're just going to do downward dog with your hands on the blocks with your fingertips upwards. So downward dog with your hands on the block, fingertips upwards. Yeah, make sure that the blocks are even. So you need to make the lip a little bit more, Alberta, to have the blocks. Well, I think you're fine because you have the cork blocks. Just make sure they're not going to slip. There you go. So downward dog with your hands on those blocks. The fingertips are going upwards. Fingertips are going upwards. If that doesn't work for your elbow, just do downward dog with your hands at the wall, with your hands straight this way, fingers forwards. That's it. Good. And now with your hands elevated, you might see that your heels come down a little bit more easily. So take advantage of that and really press the whole crown of your heel down and move your body weight back. And then use your hands on the blocks to extend your arms and to get the top of the shoulder blade to move in. See if you can have your fingers go straight upwards. Yeah, try not to turn the hands out. There you go. Good. Okay, now bring your knees lightly down. If you need a blanket for the knees, of course, take that. Now turn the hands out about 45 degrees. Turn your hands out, and you can bring your thumb and index finger to the wall there, Arena. Good. And then go back out with your hands turned out 45 degrees. So a little bit of a turnout. Yes. And the fingertips will come off the edges of the blocks. As long as you have your index and thumb knuckle in the block, you're good to go. Turn the tops of the arms out and really intelligize that top shoulder blade. It moves in. The top of the shoulder blade, right at the top of your upper back, it moves in. The top of the chest moves back, but make sure not to pull your head down. Just keep your head like in between your arms and push the blocks down and move that top shoulder blade in and keep the inner elbows lifting up and press the heels down. Very nice. Now come lightly down onto the knees and now turn your hands all the way out. So now your fingers are going away from each other. And of course your fingers, some of your fingers will come off the blocks and just reach your fingers outwards. Try not to curl them around. Downward dog with your hands turned out. And just make sure your hands aren't too narrow because you want your inner wrist and your inner armpit like in a straight line. And then see what this gives you. How you can really get the top of the arm to turn out, move the top of the chest back. That's it. See if you can try this one. Can you try this one with your hands all the way turned out like that? Yeah. Okay, so maybe just do this one with your hands up on the wall this way. Try it like that. Straighten those arms, move the top of the chest back. Yes, that's it. Press those heels down. Great, and then lightly come down onto the knees. Okay, and then get ready for full arm balance. Okay, we'll start with the handstand with your hands turned out 45 degrees. Start with the handstand with your hands turned out 45 degrees. Okay, so try that. That's the first one we learned. And you can continue, if you can't go upside down, you can continue with the blocks. Maybe you want to get the harness and you want to hang upside down. You can get the harness and I can show you how to hang upside down. I'll help you up. Anyone who needs help getting up. Okay, so have your hands turned out 45 degrees. Bring your hands one hand's distance away from the wall. There you go. And then lift up, walk in, and then which leg you're going to kick up with. Okay, good. 1, 2. There you go, and you're up. That's it, good. Straighten those arms. Scrub your heels up the wall. Can I leave you here or you need me? You're good? Okay, good. So straighten those arms. Yes, get the top shoulder blade to go in. Nice. You could move your feet further back and then you'll need to get the Simhasana box as well. Get one of those Simhasana boxes. That's it. Straighten the arms. Beautiful. And then come down with that same leg that you went up with. Rest for a moment in child's pose, or in Uttanasana. Rest in Uttanasana. Yes. Get one of these boxes. Get one of those boxes, and then also a chair. These Simhasana wood boxes under the trussler there. Okay, now try it again, but this time turn your hands out all the way. Turn your hands all the way out. Yes, but just make sure that your inner wrist and your inner armpit are in a straight line. Sometimes when we do that, the hands get too close together. And you're still one hand's distance from the wall. Still one hand's distance from the wall. So what you want to do, Alberta, is walk your feet up the wall. Natalie, can you show her walking the feet up the wall? So watch how Natalie walks the feet up the wall, and you can try this one instead. Yeah, walk the feet up the wall. So you come into hands and knees, and then you walk up the wall. So turn the box the other way, have it against the wall. No, I think, can you? Oh, I was going to help you with that. Okay, so turn the arms out. Make sure those, you could straighten your arms more, Natalie. That's it. Straighten those arms. There you go. Yes, like that. There you go. That's it. Get those outer arms to come in. Suck those elbows in, and the top shoulder blade, bring it away from the wall. Those of you with your hands turned out, look down at the floor. Look down at the floor. Walk your feet further back, Joe. Walk the feet further back. Good. And then come down and rest. Rest in. So if you're going to do that, Arena, take that harness away, just so you won't fall on that. This, what I was going to show you is really delicious. Are you sure you don't want to do it? It's really, you'll love it. It's really nice. I would do it. I would do it personally, but if you don't want to, it's up to you. Okay. So now, one more time, take it and have your hands straight. Have your hands straight. Adho Mukha Vrikshasana with your hands straight. Now, if it felt really good for you to turn your hands out 45 degrees, that's the first way we learn that. Or if it felt really good to turn your hands all the way out, take one of those variations. So you can learn to adjust the position of your hand to get a better pose. So please take the best one for you. And you can do this with half. I can help you up again if you want, Natalie. Want me to help you up again or no? Okay. So take, and then just, yeah, turn your hands out 45 degrees. Walk your hands back a little bit. There you go. Good. That's it. So get a good hand position, walk in. There you go. And then go up with that right leg. 1, 2, and you're up. Beautiful. Great. Straighten those arms. Suck those triceps in. Look down at the floor, but get taller. Get taller. Nice, AJ. Top shoulder blade in. Get taller with your arms. Top shoulder blade in. Nice. What's that? Okay, so bring your right leg down. Bring it down. There you go. That's it. And then rest in Uttanasana. So rest in Uttanasana. Good. The next time AJ and Natalie are here, Sharon, you have to come too. That's a deal, isn't it? That's a good deal? Okay, that's a good deal. They'll actually be here tomorrow, but that might be too short notice for you. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now get a chair, and we're going to do a Pinchamayur Asana prep. This is fine for you, Jill. Also get a foam block. The foam blocks will be easier than the wood blocks. You can make your mat straight again. And just put a blanket. Those of you here, those of you at home, I'm not sure you need this. Just put a blanket, like a rectangle blanket, over the back of the chair so that the chair stays stable. It's not going to move. And then you can have another blanket for your knees. That's optional, depending on how thick your sticky mat is. Good. Okay, so we're going to do Pinchamayur Asana preparation. So get a belt and make the belt for your arms. About shoulder distance apart. Shoulder to shoulder, have the belt on your elbows. And everybody can get benefit from the belt. Even if you can do it without the belt, you can still use the belt as a way to become more aware of what's going on with your body. And then we're just going to do the first one with the palms in. So just like for a handstand, there's all different hand variations. There's palms in, there's palms up, and of course there's the classic with the palms down. So we're going to start with the palms in. So watch what I do. So I have my knees on the blanket and I have my elbows on the chair seat and I'm just coming here. So Pincha Mayurasana prep. And I'm pressing my elbows in, pressing my hands into the block, and I'm moving my dorsal spine down. And my head is just right in between the arms. And I'm lengthening from the armpit to the elbows. Okay, so Pincha Mayurasana preparation. If you need to have an extra sticky mat on the chair seat, that's always fine as well, if that feels better. Okay, so come onto your knees, have the belt around your elbows, shoulder distance apart, have the block in between your palms, so palms in. That's it, and then move the knees back, so they're right under the hips, and just your elbows are on the front of the chair seat, and your arms are bent, right? Your palms are pressing into that block. That looks good. So have your hands up this way, Sharon. So lift the block up towards the ceiling. Yes, like that. And have your elbows on the chair seat. Your elbows on the chair seat. Yeah. So look how this is, Sharon, like this. So see how the elbows are up. The elbows are bent and the palms are upwards. The fingertips are going up towards the ceiling. You might have to, if the chair is too slippery, you can pull the long sleeves up. Otherwise, use a sticky mat on the chair. These look good. Now everyone's got it. That's it. So press your hands into the block, and then right where the dorsal spine is, move that in. Move that dorsal spine in. That dorsal spine in, and lengthen from the armpit to the elbows, turning the tops of the arms out. Press your hands in, and just keep your head right in between your arms. Get that dorsal spine to move in, and then watch that you're not dropping the abdomen. So lift the lower abdomen up. So lengthen from the armpit to the elbows. Yes. And move that dorsal spine in. Move your knees further back, Joe, and get that. There you go. Get that dorsal spine. Does that feel okay? Move that in. That looks pretty good. Alberta, how does it feel? Good. Okay. And then release that. Great. Now, some of you can continue with that. Others of you are going to go for Pincha Mayurasana. Okay, so you can take the chair away and you can continue. You don't have to go up. You can still get the same benefit with the palms, with the feet down. So you'll have your belt and you'll have your block. You can still stay with the foam block, that's fine. Okay, and then we're going to do the first one like we just did with the palms inwards. So the block has to be a little bit away from the wall, and you want to get the elbows to lengthen, press the forearms down. What I like to do for this one is double my mat, because these mats are a little bit thin, so I just like to have a doubled mat there. That works better for my body, so you can try that. And then you just come up. So maybe you're just going to be here. This is a good preparation. You're moving don't let the chest go this way, move the chest back. Maybe you're going to lift up one leg at a time into Ekapada, lifting from the inner leg. Or maybe you're going to bend the bottom knee and go up with the inner thigh and go up into Pincha Mayurasana. Go right up into the pose. And then everybody's going to bring the head through the belt. So this is what it's going to look like. And you're going to lift the buttocks up, lift the back ribs up as you press the forearms down. Okay, so get ready. Okay, so press your hands in. Make sure the block is not all the way at the wall. Has to be a little bit of room for your fingers. Pull the block further back so it's away from the wall. So room for the fingers because you want your hands straight. Fingers straight. That's it. Yes, and don't press the thumbs into the index fingers. Get the outer wrist to go down. Get the outer wrist to go down. And then lift up your knees, walk in, but don't let your shoulders, look forwards, Walk in, don't let your shoulders go forwards. Get that outer wrist to go down, lift up your heels. So we're not up yet, Arena, we're still down. Press the palms into the block. Don't curl your thumbs around. That's it, walk in, good. Now some of you can stay here. Others of you can practice Ekapada. Others of you go up. Lift up one leg and then go up into the pose. Yes, and once you're up, bring your forehead into the belt. Yes, bring the forehead into the belt. Good. Nice. Okay, and then you have to press the palms into the block there. Arena, press those palms. There you go, and then come down. Nice, you got up. You got up, Denise. Good. Okay, so come and watch. So those of you at home, you don't have a partner unless you can get your husband there, Sharon. He's not available right now. Okay, he's not always available to help you up into your inversions. Wow. Okay. So watch. I'll demonstrate on AJ. So you guys are going to do it with partners. You can, AJ and Natalie, you guys can be together. You guys can be together, and you guys are perfect. We have 6. Okay. So watch what I do. Now you're going to have the palms flat. So have the palms flat, like the classic pose, and the thumbs, the tip of the thumb goes into the block, and the inner edge of the index finger goes in. So bring this out a little bit. Yeah, that's it, and press your thumbs. So there's a little bit of space there. And then watch what I do as a partner. I just stand in like a horse stance, and I bring my knees in. Now lift up. So I'm using my knees as a break. Walk in as much as you can. Walk in. Yes, do you feel that, AJ? And let the top shoulder blade move in. So this is what we have to intelligize. That top shoulder blade really has to go in. So we'll do this with partners to get the top shoulder blade in, okay? Very good, because we're not going up. Those of you at home, you can continue with that, or you can go up again if it's coming well. I don't mind, you can go up. I don't mind, but have your hands in the classic position. Have your hands in the classic position, but everybody get the top shoulder blade to really get in. The top shoulder blade has to get intelligized. There you go. Okay, there you go. So stand, yeah, bring your feet a little bit further from the wall, Jill. There you go. And then have your hands down, palms down. The block is all the way against the wall. The block is all the way against the wall, and then stand around, bring your feet further from the wall, AJ, because you didn't see what I did. And then bring your feet wider. Bring your feet wider than the mat, even further out. And then bring your knees in, and that's it. And then go up. And then keep walking in. And don't let her shoulders come there. That's it. Move. That's it. You feel that, Natalie? That's what you have to intelligize. That top shoulder blade has to go in. Yes. Keep walking in. Those of you doing the pose, keep walking in, top shoulder blade in. That looks good, Sharon. Nice. Roll those legs in, Yumi. Roll those legs in. Super good. Okay, and now switch partners. Those of you at home, if you've done it before and you want to try it with the palms up, you can try it with the palms up. Those of you at home, if you tried it with the palms up, okay? That's it. You have to bring the block again a little bit away from the wall to do that. Okay, otherwise switch partners. Palms are down. Get the inner hands to go down. So make sure that this is down. This has to go down flat, 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 flat. Inner wrist down. That's it. And then bring your the block should be all the way against the wall over here. Move the block all the way to the wall. That's it. And then bring your knees in. There you go. Keep walking in. How does it feel, AJ? Yeah, keep walking in. Lift your heels, lift your heels, lift your heels. Top shoulder blade in. How does it feel, Jill? Is it okay? Relax your neck. How is it, Arena? Is it okay? It's nice, isn't it? Very good. Okay, and then release that. Good. Okay, and then everybody, one more time, classic pose. Palms down, one more time, classic pose. Those of you at home, if you're tired of this pose, take Uttanasana or downward dog. No, go back to your own space. You're just going up. Did you do it? Both of you did it, right? Okay, great. Good. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's it. Roll those thighs in. Yes. And then go up. Good. Go ahead up into the pose. Use a belt on your arms. Use a belt on the arms, on the upper arms. Yeah, you have to have the belt above the elbows, Alberta. Above the elbows. Yeah, that's it. Right above the elbows. And you can do the preparation again, Jill. That's good. Nice. You got up. There you go. Flex your feet. That's it. And scrub those heels up. Roll the thighs in. Nice. I'll show with the chair another day. That looks really nice. Good. Nice. See if your top shoulder blade is any more in, and then come down. Do you need one of your parents, Mia? Okay, great. So come down and rest. You can rest in child's pose, or you can be in Vajrasan. That's the way. Okay, and then come on up, and we're gonna do headstand about a shin's distance from the wall. So come and watch what I do. Of course, you just fold your mat, into the headstand position. Okay, and then you have your, I use a channel, but don't use a channel unless you know to use the channel. And you want to measure, this mat is going to come like a shin's distance away from the wall. So I have a little molding here. So I'm just bringing it, my foot is on the molding, and the edge of the mat is just right at the top of the calf muscle. So that should work pretty well. So it's a shin's distance away from the wall. And then you're going to come up into a headstand. If you can do it, I want you to go up with 2 legs this way. And if you've never gone to the middle before, you're going to do it again at the wall. You can do this at the wall. So you just come up and you give a slight hop, and then you bring your knees up and you bring your toes to the wall, and you find the wall. So it really helps you intelligize the lower back. So the tips of the toes are at the wall. And then, of course, once you have that, then you can go up into your head balance from there. Okay? And then when we come down, we'll go down the same way, knees up, and then knees in, and then down. Okay, now if you've never balanced, who hasn't balanced away from the wall? Close to the wall. So you want to try this? Do you feel ready? If you feel like you're ready to try this, you can try this. Otherwise, just be again at the wall. Be again at the wall if you've never done it away from the wall. Okay, so get ready. What about you, Alberta? Have you done it away from the wall? Okay, so just stay at the wall. You've done headstand though, right? Headstand? Okay, well, make sure to fold your mat in half and then in half again. And be a shin's distance away from the wall. Yeah, I think that will work, Sharon. Can you bend your knees and bring your tips of your toes to the wall? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, good, Sharon, that's great. See if you can bring your hands down the front legs of the chair thing. Yes. So your elbows are the same height as your shoulders. That looks better to me. Good. And you're gonna do a Supta Svastikasana. So you'll sit in front of that bolster with your legs crossed, and then you'll go over the horizontal bolster. And if you need a blanket under your head, take the blanket. So this gets folded this way, and then again this way, and just be at the wall. So have your knuckles at the wall, all the way against the wall. Otherwise, you can do this. Would you rather do this? Okay. Okay, so just have the tips of your toes at the wall. Bend your knees, have the tips of your toes at the wall. That's it. And you can use the tips of your toes to bring your middle buttocks forwards and lift your buttocks flesh up. So yeah, okay, you're going at the wall. So bring the middle buttocks forwards, get that tailbone to come in, and also move that top shoulder blade in. Move that top shoulder blade in. That looks good, AJ. So go to the wall. Yeah, go to the wall. We'll keep working on that. Good. Now, those of you who've had your tips of your toes at the wall, lift up one leg and keep reaching it upwards like we did for that Gomukhasana arm, and then lift up the other leg and reach it upwards. You got it. Roll the thighs in. Get the tailbone to come in. Straighten those legs. Don't let your buttocks fall back now. Sharon, that's it. Bring your feet away from the wall. Keep your neck straight. Yes, there you go. Feet away from the wall, buttocks in, buttocks forward. There you go. Tailbone in. That looks good, Natalie. Roll those thighs in, top shoulder blade in, tailbone in. So bring your elbows closer together. Your elbows have to get closer together. And your hands have, just do what she's doing there, because you haven't learned that yet. So yeah, this is, yeah, but this isn't the class for that. That's a different class, but I'll show you which class. So just lie down on your back, have a bolster there, and then cross your legs and go over that. Good, keep the shoulders lifting, these look good. There you go. Now you've got it, Sharon. That looks good, Diane. Okay. Now, those of you with crossed legs, switch the cross of your legs and switch the cross of your arms. You got it. Now, those of you who are that shin's distance away from the wall, bend your knees and bring the tips of your toes to the wall and pause. Really intelligize. Don't let the buttocks fall back. Learn to bring the buttocks forwards and to lengthen the lower back. Good. Now, everybody can bend your knees and bring your knees into your chest. Bring your knees into the chest. Knees together, knees into the chest, and then lightly come down onto the toes. Beautiful. Those of you on the bolster, stretch out your legs. Stretch out your legs. Just keep your head back. Stretch your arms out to the sides there, Alberta, like an airplane. Like an airplane. Good. And then Sharon, I like to rest this way when I do that headstander. Oh, it depends on your knees. So I just come up and I do child's pose this way when I practice the headstander. See if that works for you, unless it bothers your knees. To me, this feels really nice. That's it, that looks good. Okay, now come on up and get a chair or re-get your chair. We used it before. Okay, and then put your sticky mat, just like it was for headstand, over the chair. So the chair is on the wood floor. Okay, and if you need blocks for your feet, make sure to have blocks for the feet there. Okay, and then just step through the chair. Most of you know, so you can do this with me, I think. Move the buttocks towards the back and then go back and just have the shoulder blades for this first part are still on the chair, like the bottom of the shoulder blades are still on the front of the chair. So it's like right at the bra line. This is fine for you, Jill. Don't take your arms under. Just let your head go back. If you need head support, of course, take that head support. And then once you have that, from your buttocks, reach your heels towards the wall or bring your feet up onto blocks and just take Dvipada, first stage. Just keep your hands on the sides of the chair. The legs straightening are the last thing. There you go. So hold on to the sides of the chair and then straighten the legs, reach from the buttocks to the heels. There you go. Good. You could come a tiny bit further out of the chair, just a tiny bit further out. So the bra line is just wrapping over the front of the chair or the very bottom tip of the shoulder blades. Straighten the legs. And remember what we were doing earlier, lengthening the buttocks towards the backs of the knees and move your back ribs into the chair. You could come a little bit further out, bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor and come further out. Yeah, that's it. There you go, right there. And then do you need those blocks? Bring your feet in front of the blocks. There you go. Yeah, that's fine. Rolling the thighs in. There you go. That's it. Relax your neck. Good, now keep your legs very active. Bring your hands to your heart center in a prayer pose. Inhale, and then exhale, extend your arms over your head. Turn your palms to face each other. Once your arms are up, you can take your hands, of course, apart, shoulder distance apart. Reach your hands towards the floor, but keep your arms straight. Reach your arms towards the floor. Can you keep your arms straight? Arms straight. And roll the outer armpits this way. Yeah, that's it. Reach your arms. Then you can just come back to that first position. Yeah, that's it. And fully extend your spine. Think of your upper arms moving faster than your forearms. turn your palms to face each other. Those outer armpits roll up. Think of your arms like that first Gomukhasana arms, right? We did it on one side. Really lengthen the arms. Move the shoulder blades in. Relax the sides of your neck. Very good. Now bring your arms back alongside the sides of the chair. Bend your knees. Move your hips more towards the center of the chair. Press your elbows into the chair seat and then come up. Great. Take some deeper breaths in and out. Good. Now come out of your chair, and then you're going to take a blanket and make it into a trifold. So from shoulder stand size, you go 1, 2, 3 into a trifolded blanket, and you put that right at the back of the chair, right in between the two backs of the chair there. Okay, and then move your chair again closer in, and then start to step through the chair again. Step through the chair, and move your hips towards the wall side of your chair seat. And then lift up your chest and start to go back. Just keep your knees bent. That's the very last thing. So your hips will go right there. Good. Lengthen your buttocks flesh. And now come a little bit. So now you're at the bottom bra line, or the shoulder blades are a little bit off the chair. You're a little bit further out. You're just a little bit further out. Keep your knees bent. That's it. And now bring your arms through the inside legs of the chair and hold on to the back legs of the chair. That's it. And just allow the blanket to help lift up your hips, lengthen the fronts of the thighs towards the knees, like we did for Supta Virasana. Keep lengthening the abdomen. The shoulder blades are just a little bit over the chair. Can you bring your arms under there, Alberta? So inside the inside legs of the chair. This way. So bring your arms here. Hold on there. That's it. And you're too far out of the chair. You have to come further into the chair. You're much too far out. So move your hips way this way, even more. There you go. Now try it again that way. That looks better to me. So bring your arms through, like I just showed, the inside legs of the chair. Inside, and hold on to the back. Good. Now, some of you can stretch out your legs. If it feels good, just stretch out your legs. Reach from your heels. You can still have your feet elevated. That's it. Pull the chair into you, and like you're wrapping your upper body over that chair like a snake. And with the hips lifted, that looks really good, Denise. How does that feel? That looks amazing. Really good. That's a great pose. So lengthen the fronts of the thighs. Relax your neck. Are you hardening your neck unnecessarily? Are you hardening your eyes? That looks good, Sharon. So if you don't have blocks there, just bring your feet flat to the wall, a little bit higher up, Sharon. Bring your feet flat to the wall. Yeah, that's much better. How does that feel, Sharon? That looks really good. Open up the backs of the knees. That looks good, Yumi and Diane. Yeah, straighten those legs. That's it, or keep them bent. That's fine. Okay, good. Now undo your arms, bend your knees. That's it. And then press your elbows into the chair seat and come up out of the pose, leading with your chest. Take some deeper breaths in and out. Okay, good. Now come out of the chair once again, and you can just take this sticky mat and put it like this, like a rectangle shape, over the back of the chair. Okay, and then you have your feet on the front legs of the chair. So the chair is secure. You hook your elbows onto the back of the chair, and you lift up your hips, and just take your hands back, right in line with your shoulders. Don't go down. And this will tell you if you're too close to the wall. So you want your arms to be straight and your hands are flat against your wall. So that's the first position. And then you slowly come down, keeping the chair secure. with your feet. Okay, so get ready. I think you might be too close to the wall there, Sharon. That's it. So lift up, hook your elbows. You're too close to the wall also there, Alberta. And then bring your hands back to the wall. That's gorgeous, AJ. That's exactly it. Right to the level of your shoulders. Roll the thighs in. Press your hands into the wall and just feel where that chair is. It's lifting your shoulder blades up, kind of right where, in a similar way, right where your partner's knees were. Those of you who did the partner work. Yes, it's the same thing. Now, slowly come down. That's it. Good, everybody has a good position. Keep your heels pressing in. Hook your elbows over the back of the chair. That's it. You can rest for a breath or two, Sharon, that's good. And then go up again. Hook your elbows, go back. Bring your hands to that position again. Hands to the wall, inhale. Now roll the thighs in and then see, maybe you can start to walk your hands down the wall. Walk your hands down the wall. You can turn your hands out 45 degrees, that always helps. Roll the thighs in, relax your neck. Yes. Let the chair open up your upper back, that dorsal spine. That's it. Good. And then slowly walk your hands back up. Nice. You guys at home. And then sit down carefully. And we'll do that one more time. Okay, once again, so hook your elbows over the back of the chair. Hook the elbows behind this way. And then lift up your hips. Bring your hands to that first position. Roll the thighs in and then maybe start to walk your hands down. Maybe a little bit lower the second time. Maybe those of you here, maybe you can get your hands down to that molding and have your hands like downward dog with your thumbs and index fingers on that wooden molding. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so just rest there, Alberta, because you have to hook your elbows around the back like this, and then you can lift up. Then you can lift up like that, but keep your elbows hooked. See if you can relax your jaw. That looks gorgeous. Some of you at home, that's great. Nice. Okay, now walk your hands back up and sit down and have deeper breaths in and out. Great. Okay, those look like they came well, right? So undo your mat. And these are perfect to do after you travel, Natalie and AJ. Really good to do back bends after a traveling day. So undo your mat and you'll put your mat like we did earlier for the inversions, right? Against the wall there. And you'll need to have the same lip, right? The same lip that we did earlier. So you'll have your blocks there with that same lip. Just make sure they're not going to slip. So we did that earlier. And then you're going to take an upside down chair and put it this way in front of those blocks. So the top of the back of the chair is coming near to the blocks. If you're a little bit taller, it'll be a little bit further out. And then you can take another block and you have it here. And that's what you're going to sit on. You're going to sit on this block. It's going to be here. And then you'll have your bolster here. So it's like a little rocket ship. I'm going to Disney World with my family in January. I'll probably go on one of these rides that looks like this, right? So you're going. Okay, so then once you have that, come and watch what I do. So you'll have to turn your chair around and have the blocks. You need the slanted blocks there. Okay, so watch what I do. So I'm just sitting on this block and my spine is going to go on that bolster and you have to hook your arms over this. So kind of, you have to negotiate that and you turn your feet slightly inwards and you're just going up in that same way. And some of you will just bring your hands to the wall like we did. Some of you can go a little bit further back and there are the blocks. And you're in Urdhva Dhanurasana. So just take the shape of the pose. The feet are turned in, roll the outer arms in and lift the shoulder blades, let your head be back. So it really gives you a nice shape for the pose. Okay, so, and then you can come back. Okay, so let's just do that and see how far we get. That's it. So sit on your block and have your slanted blocks at the wall. You need your slanted blocks at the wall like she has there. See those, like we did at the very beginning. Okay, so then negotiate the back bars and then lift up your hips and then bring your hands back onto the blocks and make sure the blocks are not going to slant. So lift up the hips, you kind of have to negotiate those back. That's it, yes, there you go. Good, and then go back, bring your hands onto the blocks. Turn your hands out a little bit. Bring your palms flat onto the blocks. Does this feel okay for you, Jill? If it doesn't, depends on how your period. Oh, it feels okay? Okay, good. It depends on, how your period is going. That's it, good. Okay, so turn the feet inwards a little bit. Just relax. So roll your outer armpits up towards the ceiling. Don't let your elbows splay. Lengthen your buttocks flesh. Roll the thighs in. Just get the real shape of the pose. Everyone looks great. Yes, really nice. Okay, and then come down. And what I want you to do is use another blanket here. So put another blanket in between there. Yeah, because you're taller, okay? So let's try that again. That looks good. Yeah, very good, Alberta. Very good. So come down. You'll need another block there. I'll get you another block. Okay, so once again, so get ready. Hook your elbows, negotiate the back bars. So sit on this. It makes it like a little lift. Bring your feet closer in towards your hips. Turn your feet inwards. Negotiate the back bar. Go up. Place your hands. Make sure that your palms are flat. Turn your hands outwards. Press your feet down. Press your hands down and see if you can lift up. Lift up. Straighten your arms. That's it, Sharon. Straighten those arms. Roll the outer armpits. Lift your hips up. Your head might still touch the bolster. That's okay. Lift up. Go up. Straighten those arms. Think of going out first. Go out. That's it. And then come down. Okay, I'll help you, Denise. Very good. Rest. Good. Come back down. Rest for a moment. Yeah, so if you find that the blocks are not working for you in the slanted position, you can turn the blocks down this way. Like you can have blocks this way. Okay, so you can see if that's really not working for you, the slanted blocks, try turning the blocks down that way. And just the heel of your hand will come on top of the block. Okay, let's try it again. Remember, when you're going out, let me just show real quick. To negotiate those back bars. So make sure this is here. And then you turn the head. So you have to go out this way, go out and then go up. Go out and then go up. Out and then up. Okay, and then you can come back down. It's not a good movement, it's may not be so obvious on the camera. Out and then up. Okay, get ready. And I'll put your butt back in. Okay, so get ready. Negotiate the back legs. Bring your hands back. If you need to change your block position, do that. And some of you can just stay here. If this is a newer pose for you, just stay here. Otherwise, press your feet down, press your hands down and go out. Go out. That's it. Then go up. Then go up. Maybe even lift up your heels. Lift up your heels. Lift up your, there you go. That's it. Straight. Don't lift up your heels before your arms are straight. Yeah, that's it. Good. That's it. Now bring your heels down. That's it. And then come back down. There you go. Good. Nice. Doesn't it feel nice? Feels good, right? Should we do one more? Should we do one more just for the fun? If you're done, take this pose, Uttanasana, with your hands on the crossbar. Otherwise, do one more on your own. Just do one more on your own. If you're cooked, take Uttanasana. That's it. Yes. Good. Lift up. Press those hands down. There you go, AJ. Good. Nice, Denise. Now you've got it. That's gorgeous. This is a good pose. Really nice. Yes, go up. Good. Maybe lift up your heels. Beautiful. That's the way. Take your time, Natalie. That's good. That looks good. That's fine, Arena. Good. Lift up, straight. Lift up those hips. Beautiful. That's it, AJ. Okay, and then come down. Take a few breaths. And then everybody can just go into this Uttanasana. If you've been doing it for a while, just rest and then repeat. Rest and then repeat. So lift your kneecaps up, move the thighs back. That's it. Have your hands on the crossbar there. Do you have a crossbar there, Sharon? On the crossbar between the two legs. Do you have a crossbar there? You put your hands on that. That's it. The heel of your hands comes to that crossbar. Beautiful. Roll the thighs in. Lengthen your lower back now. Think of that first downward dog when I just said go back, go back. The first downward dog was about the legs, and then we started working with the shoulders with the hands on the blocks. Good. Okay, and then walk forwards towards your chair. Turn your chair right side up. You guys here in the room just have the back of the chair towards the orange wall this way, the back of the chair towards the orange wall, and then sit with a bolster in between your knees and your feet and turn to the right. Turn to the right. That's it. Turn towards the right. Turn to the right. Yeah. I think you're turning to the left. That's okay, Denise, though. That's fine. Either way is fine. The back of the chair, you just turn just exactly what I'm doing here. Exactly. Just imitate what I'm doing. Exactly. In like mirror image. So hug the bolster with your feet and your knees. Lift up through the left side and push with that right hand to get more turn. So we did Bhadrasana today, the seated version, to help open up, the dorsal spine, the shoulders. And now we're doing it to help release the back. So turn the abdomen, turn the ribs. That's it. Have this bolster like in between your feet and your knees. There you go. Good. And then release and go for the other side. Keep the abdomen moving back. So turn. See if you can face the back of that chair, Diane. So have the left side of your body or turn to the side of the chair. You'll want to be like this, to the side of the chair. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Good. So hug the bolster with your feet and your knees. You have to turn the other way, Alberta. Turn towards the back of the chair. You have to turn your legs around. Bring your legs around and then do the other side. Yeah, that's it. And push with that left hand. Turn your abdomen, turn your ribs, lift your chin. Notice how that chin automatically starts to go down. Yeah, so lift the chin upwards, lift the eyes, bring that dorsal spine in, use your breath, and focus on releasing your back. That's it. Okay, and then release, and then stand up and take Uttanasana. So take your feet wide, turn your feet inwards, and start to go down. Now you're moving your body in the opposite direction. So have your feet as wide as your mat. Take your hands wider than your feet. Otherwise, put your hands on the wall and walk your feet back. Yes, and then only if it feels good, hold your elbows and just pull downwards. Only if your legs are completely supporting you and your back is not in a sensitive place. Otherwise, keep your hands on the floor. Don't be aggressive. Just give your body some time. It's got to acclimate. We were just completely bending the other way. So give it some time to release. You can feel how it starts to lengthen. Switch the cross of the elbows. Relax your neck, relax your jaw and your tongue. And then bring your hands onto the hips, reach the chest forwards and come up. Good. Now, those of you at the wall, you might have to move that middle row of mats away just because we're going to do Ardha Halasana. So you get your 3 or 4 blankets like shoulder stand and you put them at the edge of your mat. Three or 4 blankets. And then take another blanket. You guys can get a 4th blanket from the rack here. And with your 4th blanket, you'll make it into a roll this way. So you just open it one size larger than a shoulder stand. and you roll it from the fringes to the neat side. And that comes over the chair. And then you can have your blocks here. So that's going to be the setup. Blocks, the 3 or 4 blankets, the blanket roll, and then the chair. Yeah, that's it. So move those props to the side there. Yeah, just move them out of your way. Yeah, you'll have to move those props away as well, Arena. So watch what I do. So you just come here and then you have the shoulders. You know, the shoulders and the neck are basically on the blankets. And then you bring this chair over you. So the chair legs are touching the blankets. And then I just bring my knees up. And some of you can just stay here. You can pull this blanket right up under the thighs and just rest. This is a good position, getting a nice, opening here. Otherwise, one leg at a time, you can bring the legs through. One leg at a time, you bring the legs through. And you can put this there. So are my feet a little bit lower than my hips? That's what you want, because you want all of this to like lengthen your arms. But just notice that I wasn't holding onto my chair through that whole thing. My arms are relaxed. If you start holding onto the chair, it gets a little bit strange. Okay, so this is the pose, Ardha Halasana. To come out, you just move the chair back a little bit and you bring your hands down and you start to come down. Okay, let's try that. Ardha Halasana. So bring your shoulders and your neck on the blankets, have the blanket roll on the chair. You're gonna need to move this away. See, so you don't want your head on the sticky mat. You want your head on the wood floor. So move your blankets further back. Move the blankets all the way to the edge here. Good, and then pull the chair over your face like a little cave. So you have to come down. Remember, you have to have your blocks there. So come down, Alberta, come down. You have to have your blocks under the hips. See how I showed that with the blocks? Yeah, so the blocks come there. Start with your knees bent, see how that feels. So lift up, stand up for a second. And then sit on the blocks. Your shoulders and your neck come here. Your shoulders and your neck. And then if that feels okay, you can thread your legs through. Thread your leg, there you go, good. No, don't come up yet. Bring your feet, now bring your knees up onto this blanket. Bring your knees up and rest your shin bones. There you go, and bring your arms this way. Yes, walk your knees further back. Yes, this is the first stage. Does this feel okay? Good. Get the top of the shoulders to go down. Otherwise, you can thread the legs through. You might just have to keep your legs that way, Arena. Yeah, because of the tightness in the hamstrings. So you have to come down because you've slid off your blankets. So come down. That's it. And move your shoulders and your neck on the blankets. Shoulders and neck. Oh, sorry about that. There you go. Put that there. And then bring your knees up. That's perfect for you. Does that feel okay? That's good. That looks good. Take your legs as wide as the chair. Bring your elbows as high as your shoulders. Press the center of your armpits, press that down so that you feel like the C7 goes up. This goes down and the cervical spine 7 comes up. That's it. This you don't want to do, so come down. And that's it. Probably feels really good though, right? Yeah, that's okay. So you just come down and you can do Setu Bandha. So get a second bolster there. Keep relaxing the sides of the neck and just let the back round now after the back extensions today. That's it, put this here. Actually, let's do it this way. Sit right here, facing the rope wall, face the rope wall. I'm gonna make this a little bit higher up. So lift up for a second. There we go. And then start to come down. Bring your shoulders onto the sticky mat. All the way down to the sticky mat. You got it. And then put your feet up on this bolster. Perfect. Does that feel okay? Make sure your shoulders are all the way down. That looks good, Alberta. Nice. Good. Ah, that looks great. See if you can get your thighs more onto that blanket, Sharon. Pull the chair closer in and pull the chair all the way to the blanket. That's it. And get your thighs more. Yeah, that's it. That's a little bit better. That's it. Doesn't that feel a little bit better? The thighs there on the blanket. Good. That looks good, Joe. Feet are relaxed. Yeah, relax your legs. Sometimes we even put weight on the legs, but we're just going to do this for now. Somehow this leg is, now it's even. Good. Okay, now without disturbing the chair too much, just hold on to the chair a little bit. Start to push it backwards. Push the chair backwards with your hands and then slowly lower your hips down. Push the chair back with your hands and then lower the legs down. There you go. That's it. Bring your hips onto the blocks. Bring your feet down. That's it. Just keep your head back for a breath or two. Let the head fall back. And then slide the shoulders back off the blankets. And you can stretch out your legs. Okay, and then roll to the side. And we'll do chair supported Shavasana today. So when you lie down on your back, have the back of the chair facing you. So it looks this way. So the back of the chair is facing me, and I just get my legs over this chair. And of course, you can have a blanket under your head and your neck. Make sure that all of the chairs on the sticky mat. There you go. And just take some time and get nice and settled. Make sure they feel the back of the chair seat right up into behind the knees. That looks really good. But just have that blanket just under your head and your neck, not under your back. Not under your back, just under your head and your neck. Yeah, like that, right under the head and neck. You could still pull it a little bit more towards the shoulder. There you go. That's it. Now let go of the momentum from the class, right? So when we do back extensions, you have to kind of build up the energy to get into those back extensions. Today we did some supported work, which is always nice because you can stay in the pose longer. You can feel what you're doing more than just grunting into it. So it's sometimes nice to do that. But still release the momentum from the class, relaxing your legs outwards away from your hips, relaxing your arms outwards away from the shoulders. Bring your forehead skin down. Bring your lower jaw down. Relax the well of the throat. And sink your eyes back. And rest your brain towards your heart space. Release yourself. Relax your body, relax your mind and your breath. Let loose and let go. This is from a yogic text. I am eternal. I am free from blemish. I am formless. I am indestructible and changeless. I am the nature of supreme bliss and peace. I am the very self, indestructible and changeless. Now bring your hands onto your body and begin to deepen your breathing. And then bring your knees in away from the chair, trying not to touch the chair, and then just roll to your right side. And come up to sit. Bring your hands to your heart center. Raise your chest way upwards and bow your head downwards. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for coming to practice today. Enjoy the rest of your day.